is John Fuge, and you might be thinking, who am I? You don't normally see me in these videos. Well, today I'm going to be using one of my specialties, my love of baking, to come to you guys. So we are going to be trying something different, something new, something exciting for this Christmas season. We are going to be doing these Christmas baking series till Christmas Eve, so you guys can have some treats. You will be seeing me in every single video. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be trying all these new recipes together. So if I fail, you fail. If we win, you win. We're all in this together. So why don't you guys bring your family, your parents, your children, anybody can try these recipes. Grab your ingredients, grab your utensils, and grab your parents, because you will be needing your parents if you're not over 18 and plus to be doing these recipes. Let's get to it. Much more comfortable. Christmas hat, Christmas apron. Let's get cooking. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to be showing you guys the utensils you will need for today. We will need 2 mixing bowls, parchment paper, plastic wrap, electric mixer, non-electric whisk, measuring cups, flour you will see for what we need it later, rolling pin, knife, cookie cutters, and of course our cookie trays. So for our ingredients, we are going to be using ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, ground cloves, ground ginger, of course, 1 large egg, salt, baking soda, room temperature butter, flour, some brown sugar, vanilla extract, and some molasses. We're gonna take the wet ingredients away and start with the dry ingredients. So I previously did measure the flour before. You are gonna be using 3 cups and 1/4 of a cup of flour. Now that we have our flour in, you're gonna be putting 1 tablespoon of our ground ginger, 1 tablespoon of our ground cinnamon. Then we're going to be putting 3/4 of a teaspoon of the ground cloves. I only have 1/4 of a teaspoon here, so I'm just going to be putting this 3 times. And you're also going to be putting 3/4 of a teaspoon of the baking soda too. Then we're going to be putting 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt to bring out that flavor, and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now you're going to be taking your hand mixer, your hand whisk, and just going to be mixing all of these together. Guys, it already smells so good, and it's not in the oven yet. I love that. So I'm done mixing my flour component, all my dry ingredient component. Now we are going to be setting this aside and doing our wet ingredients. So I have my 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Then we're going to be needing 3/4 of a cup of our butter. We're going to be mixing our butter and sugar for at least 2 minutes, or it becomes fluffy, and on medium speed to high speed. This is how our butter and sugar are looking. It is fluffy and beautiful. I am now going to add 1 egg, 1/2 a cup of molasses, and now we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. It never hurts to have a little bit more vanilla extract. So we added the rest of our wet ingredients, and now we're going to be mixing it to a medium speed. So you do do want to mix all of these ingredients combined until it's actually all combined, and it gives you that light brown color. Now you're going to go back on a low speed and gradually add in our flour combination we did earlier. Every time you add the flour, it gets tough. I recommend asking a parent or an adult to be doing this part. And as a children, you can be the one taking the flour and slowly putting it in the bowl. It does a lot of help, guys. Remember when I said you're going to use this little flour later? This is a time. So you're gonna be just taking just a smidge bit of flour, sprinkling it on your counter. This is just that the dough does not stick to your counter. We have our dough right here. And do make sure that your countertop is clean before putting in the flour and then putting in the dough. Now the dough is on our counter. Just play around with it. It's actually really fun, guys. But you are going to be just putting it into a ball. Take that knife I was talking about earlier. Adult, please take over this part. Just divide it in two. Should divide pretty easily, just like this. And you're just gonna put this in the ball. And you're gonna, with your palm, the kids can be doing this, it's a really fun thing to do. Just gonna pat it down into a little disc. Parents, let the kids take over for this part. This is what they need. I know you guys say don't play with your food, but this is a time to play with your food. I'm gonna be taking my plastic wrap and I'm going to be putting my dough in my plastic wrap. You want to make sure that it is completely sealed. So with our 2 discs of gingerbread dough, we're going to be just putting it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. Okay guys, so it has definitely been more than 2 hours on my side. I would have got more hours for my gingerbread, but if you guys did wait exactly 2 hours, that is totally fine. So let's take our gingerbread dough out of the fridge and put it on the counter. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna put our dough down, and I'm gonna tell you guys what you guys are gonna need for this part. A rolling pin, and of course, our cookie cutters. Just take this out of the plastic wrap. Let's take our flour and just throw it on there. So we have our flour down, our dough down. Let's take our rolling pin, and you do want to put some flour on your rolling pin just so it doesn't stick on the gingerbread. Start rolling this baby out. Just roll it out till you have like a decent amount of like flat surface and to the thickness you want. Just as long as it's not too thick or too thin. I decided to just add in some hearts there. You know, we need to add some love. We're going through some hard times. So I'm just gonna cut it just the way I want it, and you guys can just do the same. Follow me at home. Alright guys, I have cut out some shapes here. Our next step will have to be to preheat our oven at 350 degrees. And while our oven preheats, we are going to go on to the next step. So you're going to take out your cookie tray and your parchment paper, and you're going to lay out your parchment paper as the same measurements as your cookie tray. So I've got my parchment paper on my cookie tray, and I'm now going to move my cookies onto the tray. You kind of just want to take the outline of your cookies and just carefully take them and place them on your cookie tray. And the outline of the cookie dough that you're taking out will be reused, put up in a ball, and then roll that again so you guys can cut out more ginger cookies or gingerbread cookies. Success, we won. I told you guys that if I was to win, you were going to win. Our oven is ready. Let's put our cookies in the oven. As you guys can see, our cookies are out of the ovens and they just look so beautiful. They are still warm and still hot, so I am going to just push this aside. I have put down some sprinkles that I'm going to be using in these little mini bowls. Got my icing here. I'm going to finish up with these cookies and show you guys my results in the end. I am done decorating. I decided to put little Christmas trees on our heart-shaped cookie. Still little gold balls still in the middle, of course. Here is how our star-shaped gingerbread cookie is looking like, probably my favorite one. And our circular cookie. I am so happy you guys came to join us on our first ever baking video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and there's more to come. If you do decide to follow these recipes, please don't forget to send us your pictures of your finished product to the email in the description down below. Happy holidays, and please use this opportunity to enjoy time with your family and your loved ones. Thank you.